Greatest common factor, and it's at the bottom of the paper, just in case you forgot. It's crazy. So remember, that's the biggest number that divides into both of these, and then you take the smallest exponent. Now, what is the biggest number that divides into both 4 and 20? 4. Okay, everybody write that down. Now, remember, first you find the GCF of 4 and 20. That's what we did right here. Then you take the smallest exponent. Now, do they have variables in common? Yes. They both have an x and a y, right? Yes. Okay, so what's smaller, 2 or 1 on our x's? 1. So we're going to take out 1x. What's smaller on our y's, 2 or 1? 1. So we're going to take out a y. And then we have to put our parentheses. Now remember, GCF is just taking out what they have in common. It's dividing out what they have in common. So the mathematical operation is divide. And if we start with 2 of these, well, how many should we have in our parentheses? 2. If you start with 2, you end with 2. So what is 20 divided by 4? Okay. If you have 2 x's and you take out 1, how many is left over? If you have 2 y's and you take out 1, how many is left over? And then what's 4xy divided by 4xy? Just 1. Because 4 divided by 4 is 1. And then if you have 1x and you take out 1, you've got none left, right? Same thing with the y. So let's write a summary. Factoring is what mathematical operation? What did I just say that we were doing? Division. Take a point, Reggie. Factoring is division. Factoring is division.
I didn't hear you say that, but I just knew it.
It's because we weren't paying attention. It's crazy what happens when we don't pay attention. Now we're going to add to our notebook for our notes for today. Now, we had 26B where we wrote down 26A and B where we wrote down some problems. So flip it over, find page 26. Now, if you don't have a B, that's fine. So just flip it the other way. Turn your notebook the right way. Now flip the paper. Right there. Stop. Go back. That's where your notes are going to go for today. Now, if you don't have anything, this is where you're going to glue your notes down. But if you do have something, flip over to the clean left-hand side. Flip one more page. If you have stuff written down, flip one more page. And on the back, on the left-hand side, is where we're going to glue our notes down for today. Now, those are in the top drawer of your tower, and they are behind the math workshop. Everybody gets one. Find a clean spot where it can go. Baby, it's your stuff that is going to put for your class. It looks like this. May I see my scissors, please? No, it's okay. I just need to glue this in here. Actually, I don't need them. I don't have to cut it. So you're fine. Alright, so if you need to cut it to glue it down in here, cut it to glue it down in here. That's good. It's going on a clean page and it's part of 26. Do whatever you need to do. And everybody take a deep breath and calm down over there. Alright, greatest common factor is our first type of factoring that we are reviewing / learning in case we completely forgot over the break. So the GCF is the largest number that what into 2 or more numbers?
Goes.
What does go into mean? Divide. Take a point. That divides into 2 or more numbers. Now remember, factoring is division. So we are dividing. We are going backwards to our beginning parentheses before we multiply everything out. Now, do we take the smallest exponent of common variables or the largest?
Smallest.
The smallest exponent. Good. Sure. If you said smallest, take a point. Where's y'all's point strip? Alright. So remember, factoring is division. So factoring means you, what? What mathematical operation?
Multiply.
Oh my God, I've said it 4 times and we wrote it down. We divide. It's not a trick question. You divide each number by the GCF and subtract the exponents of the common variables. Do you need to have your own seat in a special part of the class? Get it together. Alright, so let's look at number 1. Are we ready? Now, we have 21b minus 3a. This is our first polynomial, and we are going to factor out the GCF. What is the biggest number that goes into 21 and 3? 3! Yay! Y'all did not all say 7 very confidently like last period. 7 does not go into 3. Reggie. So 3 goes into both of those. Now, do they have a letter in common?
No.
Nope. So we just factor out a 3. And remember, we're dividing both of those by 3. That's what we're doing. So since we start with 2, how many do we end with? We end with 2. Great. What's 21b divided by 3? 7b. And what's 3a divided by 3? Just a. And boom, we're done. You could put a 1 there. You don't have to. Because it's understood, right? So you don't have to write that 1. But if it makes you feel more comfortable, you can write it. Does anybody have any questions? That's it. That's GCF. Alright, now let's look at number 2. What's the biggest number that goes into both 2 and 14? 2. Now, do they have a letter in common? So we take the smallest one. Remember, that's what we wrote up here. We take the smallest exponent of common variables. So what's smaller, 2 or 1? So we take out just 2c. Now, if we start with 2 terms, how many terms do we end with?
2.
Eric, are you alive? Are you alive? Can you sit up so I don't think you're sleeping? Gracias. Alright, now what is 14 divided by 2? And if you have 2 C's and you take out 1, how many are left? 1. Good. Alright, and then what's 2C divided by 2C? Uno. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, do number 3 without me. You can do it. I have all kinds of faith in you. And remember, you need a calculator and just divide. You got to put something up there, boo. Thank you. Not my scissors. My scissors don't work. Put a shoe. But that was a great try. Okay. Number that goes into both 16 and 40. 8.
How you got 4 down?
Now, do they have a letter in common? No. So you don't bring out a letter. Now, what is 16t divided by 8?
2.
T minus, what's 4? No. 4.
5.
Cinco what? Y. Good.
20. Oh, my mom, I got 5.
I'm very proud of you. It's because you acted like we weren't saying 5. It's really what it was. Alright, yes. Let's look at number 4. I think you can do number 4 without me. Try number 4 without me. If you're already done, huzzah. But if you're not, try number 4 without me.